You ever find yourself hesitating to ask for a raise? Or maybe sticking with a job you don't love just because it feels safe? Well, it turns out there's a powerful battle happening inside your brain every single time you make a choice. And today, we're going to dig into why the fear of losing something feels so much more powerful than the joy of gaining something new.
All right, to kick things off, I want to start with a simple bet. It's a little thought experiment that reveals something pretty profound about the way our minds are wired.
So just think about it for a second. It's a 50-50 shot. Heads you win, tails you lose, $10. What's the number, what's the winning amount that makes you nod and say, okay, yeah, I'm in? Now, if you're like most people, you probably landed on a number right around $20. And this is exactly what the famous psychologists Daniel Kahneman and Amos Tversky found. Now, logically, anything over $10 is a good bet, right? You'd come out ahead. But for most of us, nope. The potential win has to be double the potential loss before we'll even play the game. So why is that? Well, this brings us to the core idea of this whole explainer: loss aversion. It's this fundamental, kind of irrational bias we all have. Put simply, the sting of a loss feels about twice as bad as the joy of an equivalent gain. Losing $10 just plain hurts more than winning $10 feels good. So where on earth does this powerful feeling come from? Well, it's actually rooted deep in the very structure of our brains. We're all dealing with a really ancient conflict that's playing out in our very modern world. I just love this quote. It's from 1922, a century ago, but it absolutely nails our dilemma. We are walking around the 21st century using brains that are still running on some very, very old hardware. Hardware that was built for survival in a totally different and, frankly, much more dangerous world. Think of it like this. You basically have two competing systems running in your head. First, there's the automatic system. That's the equipment for the old life. It's your gut instinct, it's fast, it's emotional, and it jumps to conclusions. This is the part of you that screams no to that coin toss. But then you have the controlled system. This is the new kid on the block. It's slow, analytical, and deliberate. It's the part of your brain that can do the math and calmly say, hey, wait a minute, that's actually a pretty good bet. And loss aversion, it lives right in the middle of that fight. Now, this idea of two systems fighting it out, it isn't just a cool theory. Thanks to this field called neuroeconomics, we can actually watch this battle unfold inside our skulls in real time. So let's take a look at the science. Neuroeconomics is this amazing blend of neuroscience, psychology, and economics. And what scientists do is use these incredible tools, like MRI machines, to track blood flow in the brain. They can literally see which parts light up as you're weighing a risky decision, just like that coin toss we talked about. And you know what these brain scans show? Something absolutely fascinating. They show clear as day that our brain's reward centers do not react equally to gains and losses. The negative brain activity from a potential loss is just about twice as strong as the positive buzz from a potential gain. It scientifically confirms that 2-to-1 ratio. At the exact same time, the amygdala, your brain's ancient fear center, it just lights up screaming danger, avoid the loss. It's a real observable conflict between your emotions and your logic. Okay, so this is a hardwired feature of how we operate, but this is not just a fun fact for a trivia night. This psychological quirk is an incredibly powerful tool, and it's used in marketing and advertising every single day to influence the choices you make. And once you see it, I promise you are going to start noticing it everywhere. Companies know we hate losing things far more than we like getting things, and they built entire strategies around that simple fact. Just think about the last time you tried to cancel a subscription service. The message never just says, you've been unsubscribed, no way. It says something like, are you sure you want to lose your exclusive access? You will lose all of your saved data and benefits. They are hammering that loss aversion button to make you second-guess yourself. Retailers are masters at this too. You'll notice they often show the amount you've saved first, and in really big, bold letters. They're anchoring you on the idea of avoiding the loss of a great deal before they even show you what you have to pay. Your brain sees the loss you avoided first, which makes the purchase feel that much smarter. The way you frame information is everything. And this goes for really important stuff too. Public health campaigns learned this lesson a long time ago. Telling someone you will gain 5 years of life if you quit smoking, well, that's motivating. But studies show it is way more effective to say you will lose 5 years of life if you continue. The threat of that loss is just a much stronger punch to the gut. So here's the most important part. What do you do with this information? Well, just understanding that this internal battle is happening is the single biggest step toward making better, more conscious decisions for yourself.
So let's just recap the big takeaways here. First, remember, you don't have one mind, you have two competing systems. One's fast and emotional, the other is slow and analytical. Second, we are hardwired to feel the pain of a loss about twice as much as we feel the pleasure of a gain. Third, this bias quietly affects everything, from huge life decisions to tiny little purchases. And finally, just being able to spot when loss framing is being used on you, that's your secret weapon. That's how you pause and let the slower, more rational part of your brain catch up.
So I'll leave you with this question. Now that you know about this constant battle happening inside your head, what's a past decision that maybe seemed irrational at the time but now makes a little more sense? And maybe more importantly, what decision are you going to make differently next time?